We have returned for the final of round 5 between the two lounges that really have dominated the league this season. Parklands versus Buruburu, Horizon versus Qwerty. Both of these lounges have mathematically qualified for the final event for Ma Esto finale. Of course, both of these lounges will finish with a minimum of 3 points from this tournament. Buruburu, of course, would go up to 15. Don Home are now up to 9 points. Mombasa up to 8. So the gap is actually bigger than I had predicted earlier. The gap is actually now 6 points between second. Will be 6 points between second and third. So no chance for those bottom two lounges to qualify anymore. And once again, a sort of preview for what we'll be seeing perhaps in round 6 and definitely in the final event. But we're off. Horizon Esports on the ball here with Hussein Mawar, who ran the show in the last, the second leg of the second semi-final. I don't think Qwerty have managed to beat Horizon yet in all their encounters this season. So this will be an opportunity for them to get one over Horizon finally. They of course did win the final against Don Bashir 10-0 last week. But Horizon had to eat a walkover. That's why they couldn't make it. But these are the two lounges again that really have been running the show. But so far, no clear-cut chances. The first one falls to Horizon here. Well, that wasn't really clear-cut, but the first chance of the game, really. We see Kelvin in the YouTube chat. People here have been having FIFA for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have some very skilled players in this competition. Again, especially these two lounges here. They've shown some serious quality throughout the competition. They have a chance here to take the lead. Leon Goretzka, shot saved by Manuel Neuer. Can only assume those are team of the season cards in their squads again. We haven't been able to have a detailed look at their squads. And on top of being good players, of course, they have very high quality squads as well. Manuel Neuer punching that corner out. Finds the ball finds its way back to Dries Mertens, but he's dispossessed. And for most of this season, Abzak has been the one representing Horizon, but today, Jackson has been the one doing the business. Actually, I don't think we've seen Bazenga. Have we seen Bazenga play this season? I don't think so. Someone could correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I do not think so. It is Coutinho here for Horizon. Hussein Mawar plays it to Dembele, and it's a big save there from Jan Oblak. Horizon playing the corner shot. Of course, in terms of the meta of the game, headers are in the. It's not easy to score goals from headers in FIFA 21. So I notice a lot of players prefer to look for cutbacks and get clearer cut chances that way. And Horizon just had another big chance, but Oblak making another save there for Qwerty. But here's Kylian Mbappe again. Hussein Mawar off the crossbar. Jesus Christ, man. Horizon maintaining the pressure, but Qwerty keeping them out still. Remaining solid at the back. The corner's played short once again. Ousmane Dembele. Losing the ball there to Gianluca Zambrotta. And again, I think Essien and Dalglish on both teams, if I'm not wrong. Those two icons in particular, I don't know if there's anything special about them in terms of In a similar way, like players like Doumbia and Ahmed Musa and those guys were OP in like previous FIFAs. I don't know if that's a thing with Essien and Dalglish. But we've seen all four lounges use those two icons in particular. So maybe the players can educate me in the chat as well about that. There seems to be something in particular about those two icons that makes them a bit more special than the others. I'm not too sure. And there's Essien for Qwerty. Looking for Dalglish. I think Horizon are the only ones who've had clear-cut chances, but it's still 0-0. Dalglish playing it to Mbappe for Horizon. We're into the last 10 minutes of the first half here. Neither team has been able to break the deadlock. It's been fairly tight as the third place playoff was. We're looking at Michael Essien here. Into Kylian Mbappe. And there we go, first goal. Bit of a McGeady spin inside the box to create some space. Horizon always making use of those skill moves to create space for themselves. The flair. Making good use of the flair. They've managed to break the deadlock here. Seems like it might be business as usual for Horizon again. Again, Qwerty have not managed to beat them at a single time throughout the league this season. And I think this might be the third or fourth time they're facing each other. But that just tells you how dominant Horizon have been throughout the season. Since we began in the beginning of May. Horizon winning the ball back or approaching the 45th minute. Ousmane Dembele both going to halftime here. It is 1-0 to Horizon Gaming and Esports. Looking dominant as always. 72% possession, man. Jesus Christ. 4 shots, 2 on target. Horizon, I mean, another day in the office for them, it seems. But it's only 1-0. It's not the best lead to have in terms of FIFA. We've seen situations where teams have had a slight lead and it's been turned around in an instant. We saw that in the first semi-final between Donbashra and Qwerty. I'm being told Essien and Dalglish both have 90 plus pace. Obviously, pace is a good start to have in this game. But Essien as a center mid has 90 plus pace. Jesus Christ. Can understand why those two icons are highly favored now. But anyway, into the second half. Kenny Dalglish for Qwerty. It's a big save there from Manuel Neuer. I think first corner of the game for Qwerty. Crossed inside. Again, I was talking about crossing not being, in terms of the meta of FIFA, not being an effective strat. We've seen a few headers going in this league, but it's much better to sort of cut inside and make and look for sweatier goals, as it were. But here's Dries Mertens losing possession. Horizon back on the ball. They'll wanna look for another goal that's gonna give them a bit of a cushion, give them a bit more confidence, a bit of breathing room. As much as they've been the dominant side in this final. Michael Essien looking for Kylian Mbappe. Hussein Mao again, who stole the show in the second leg of the semi-final against Lims. believe he got himself 2 goals, 2 very well taken goals. Qwerty still looking for the equalizer. We're into the 60th minute. Alfonso Davies on the ball now for Horizon. Bit of space opening up for them now. Kylian Mbappe down the far side, probably going to look for a cutback. Hussein Aouar. Kenny Dalglish could make it 2-0. Horizon extend their lead. And you have to say, man, how these guys just look unbeatable. Whichever player it is that's been representing them, Horizon have always come out on top. It's been sheer dominance from start to finish from them. And now they have a little breathing room, as I said earlier, as I was making reference to. Of course, they won't want to concede. Qwerty playing the ball out for goal kick quite sloppily there. And Horizon can relax a bit now. They have a 2-goal lead. It's very fascinating how the third place playoff and the final have gone tonight. These are some of the lowest scoring matches we've had in the league so far. Usually we see 5+ goals just flying in every match. The third place playoff was 2-1, of course. This one is 2-0 so far. Might still see Qwerty capitulating in the dying minutes of the game. But the way the game's been going, they've been looking pretty fairly solid despite conceding those 2 goals. And there's Kenny Dalglish flying in. I can't even speak properly right now. Good cross there from Qwerty, from Dries Mertens, I think it was. Dalglish flying in from way downtown to head the ball into the back of the net. They could have set up... Oh, my bad, guys, my bad. Could have set up an interesting end to the game here. Horizon are going to want to look for a 3rd goal now to bring back that cushion. Is Michael Essien, the Bison, looking for Hussein Aouar. Could he have taken a shot there instead of looking for the pass? He had a bit of space. And Essien winning the ball back and passing it right back to Qwerty. Kenny Dalglish now bearing down. And it's headed out for a corner for Kevin Babu. Pause there, I think, from... well, I'm not entirely sure. I think Horizon making the pause here. Going to be looking to make a few adjustments. Still 2-1. Still looking very tight between these 2 lounges. And following this final, of course, we will be running Savannah Fight Night 18 tomorrow night, presented by Qwerty Esports. You can follow Tekken254 on Twitter at itstekken254 and Instagram at Tekken254. Be getting updates on where you can watch those fights tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. We're approaching the 80th minute, the final 10 minutes of this final between Horizon and Qwerty. Mario Götze, the sub, just brought in. I think Horizon have been the dominant side, but Qwerty have done well to keep the score down and leave themselves in contention to win this final. It's only a 1-goal lead. Of course, Qwerty will have to score to take the game to extra time at least. They've won back possession. Sloppy pass there from Horizon. So they win the ball back. Aside from trying to get another goal, they want to maintain as much possession as possible in these dying minutes. You can see them doing that a little bit here. They've won themselves a free kick in a fairly dangerous position. Can expect them to play it short there. Ousmane Dembele looking for Juan Cuadrado. In Horizon, you can see just doing a bit of game management here, trying to hold on to possession as long as possible while still remaining in the final third. looking to take advantage of any potential openings, but running down the clock at the same time. Here's Essien. Into the 90th minute now. I don't know how much added time there's going to be. I can expect there not to be too much. Only 1 minute. And coincidentally, the final attack of the game will fall to Qwerty. Big challenge there from Horizon. That should be the end of the game. Ref hasn't blown the whistle yet, has he? Oh, that's the end of the game. Horizon Gaming Lounge winning that one 2-1. A fairly tight final. I think the lowest scoring final we've had so far. And Horizon once again coming out on top. Their 4th tournament win of the season. Could possibly have been the 5th if they didn't have to eat a walkover last week. But you have to show respect to the other lounges. You know, one of them could possibly have won it, but yeah, a very tight affair. It was a good attack here from Qwerty to make it 2-1. Kenny Dalglish, a very good header there. But in the end, Horizon once again coming out on top. And that means the standings once again will remain exactly the same. Parklands now up to 19 points. Buruburu up to 15. The gap between those two going up to 4 points. Donholm up to 9 points. And Mombasa up to 8 points. So gap between second and third once again is 6 points. No chance for those bottom two lounges to make the final anymore. It is done and dusted for those two lounges.